A colourful command helicopter. Regular old command infantry. You all know communist cars are the best cars, especially when they're armoured cars. A crappy tank CV. A pretty bloody good tank CV. Oh boy. An APC CV. Fap, 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 fap. Fob. And now we get to one of the best infantry tabs in game. One of the best 10-point infantry you can get, and they use a knockoff World War II equipment. These guys are still in mourning. Apart from the rocket launcher, you could put these guys in Steel Division and it'd fit right in. I'm not even going to touch the bombard debate. Hey kids, want some drugs? Just stick with the drugs. Pretty good for 15 points, and very good for 25 points. Good god, yeah, rocket launcher. If you get enough Strela 2s, you can shoot anything down. Once again, put these guys in Steel Division, and they'd pretty much fit right in. It's not a silo, it's an Igla. Looks like a G.I. Joe toy. Standard 45-point cub. Also, Yugoslavia is one of the best anti-air tabs in game. I mean, just look at this. You could probably shoot down a few Nighthawks with this one. A cheap Strela. A less cheaper Strela. He needs radar, and Saint Sava can just guide the missiles himself. And he was a very well-respected priest. I know you can shoot artillery while in the water, but in real life, would that kind of like capsize the tank? It's a more stupid-looking Caesar. Oh, don't mind me. I'm having a bit of a spat at the moment because of this fucker. They also have one of the best tank tabs in game. Just look at it. Jeez, that's a pretty scary damn tank. Not so scary. Or is T-34s for 10 points again? Right, so in the movie Patton, about, well, General Patton, not our war game Patton, yeah, there's a battle scene where they're fighting North Africa against Aaron Rommel. What's really funny about it is all of Rommel's tanks are Patton tanks, and then all of Patton's tanks are Patton tanks. So Patton is using Patton tanks to fight Rommel's Patton tanks before Patton tanks were actually a thing. Yeah. Pretty standard T-55. You can make any tank better by just slapping ATGM missiles. Not exactly the best snowplow. T-72M's just so mediocre. M84s are pretty damn good. Very damn good. Pretty mediocre Recon Infantry. RIC. This is kinda cool. But just kind of. Very boxy car. Why do you use this for Recon? Who knows. The Norwegian approach to Recon units. And just a regular BRDM2. Woohoo. I'd always upvote a good Recon anti-aircraft unit. What an odd looking thing. What an ugly looking sniper rifle. No wonder they're wearing a mask. Standard T-55 Recon. During the early 1990s, Yugoslavians managed to develop Mirage tank technology, allowing their tanks to be pretty much invisible when inside of a tree line, and also internal suppressors for all of their tanks to make tanks be extremely stealthy. I'm just kidding, this is just a fucking OP unit. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute with a lot of rockets. Definitely like a Syrian or Libyan warfare modification. Marco. Polo. Why you use BMPs when you got BVPs? The extra machine gun really helps. What does having a 26 AP Malutka missile? Marco. Polo. Fuck faggots. I reduce drugs. Off tracks are always cool. Yeah. 2 machine guns and my 5-point transport. What is this? Power creep? Oh. Huh. Oh, yeah, okay. Just give me a second, I just need to alt-tab. In the past, Pragos were very popular. A dinky little transport truck. The Yugos really like World War II equipment still. 90mm guns, or 90mm gun. And the one Achilles heel of Yugoslavia is helicopter. Apart from the meme factor, they're not really that great. At the end of the day, having a Rika helicopter force is one of the best weaknesses to have in wargame, as helicopters aren't that great in high-level play because they're such glass cannons. Yeah, they're going to die very quickly, not be able to do a lot of damage, and it's much better to have ground forces such as big heavy tanks and good infantry to actually hold and capture ground. It's a regular hip. Another hip, but with big rockets. Damn. That seems like a reasonable price for all those bombs. Same thing. Ray 10, but it can still get the job done. That's a lot of rockets there, buddy. It's also, yeah, that's a lot of rockets. MiG-21 with a different name. Also a MiG-21 with a different name. Su-27. Something secret documents. Healthy mixed bomb load. Napalm bombs are cool. But so are fuck you anti-tank guided missiles. Jeez Louise. Hello, and welcome to the 5 greatest memes of Wargame Red Dragon. So without any further ado, let's just get to the top 5 list. Number 5. Patton stream sniping. I'm not really going to get into it, as it's already been beaten like a dead horse 2 years ago. But by God, this was definitely a rather big meme moment for War Game, as it wasn't just a meme about the game, but it was a character-based meme on an actual player, and around with his rather shitty attitude of stream sniping another popular streamer. Number 4, this picture from HRC AK-47. It's just Yugoslavian meme perfection. I mean, just look at it, it's just so well done and drawn, and you got the weird faces, and it's copying a famous movie scene that's been done to death with memes, and it even has a kill list, and kill lists are very important for War Game. Number 3, tactical outplay. Now, all the other memes are pretty big memes, but tactical outplay changed the vocabulary of War Game as we know it, as a helicopter Russ is no longer just a helicopter Russ, it's now tactical outplay, all thanks to Vulcan HD Gaming. Number 2, War Games General War Chat. All the other memes are third party, they require you being outside of War Game to engage in the memes. War Games War Chat, however, is directly implanted in the game itself, and it's going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the best thing about it is you can directly influence the memes on War Chat by yourself. Just by starting any of these conversation topics, you're bound to have some good bants. And number 1 is, well, do I need to explain?